Whatever good you will send ahead for you own selves. Meaning, if you give alone to Allah. When this ayah was revealed to the Prophet ﷺ, Abu Dahdah asked, Ya Rasulullah, does Allah take loans from us? Does Allah take loans from us? How can Allah take loans from us? Then Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, oh yes, Abu Dahdah. In advance, and He saves it for you in the day of the judgment. You will see it in the akhirah, more reward than Jannah. That's the reward. It was narrated in Musnad Imam Ahmad that Abu Dahdah, he has a garden across from the masjid of Rasulullah. This garden has more than 600 palm trees. His neighbor has a palm tree in there on the way. There's another neighbor next to them. So all the neighbors ask him, can you sell me the palm tree? He said, no, I can't, I need it. Then they went to the Prophet ﷺ and Abu Dahdah, he heard the story and he said, Abu Dahdah, he asked the neighbor and he said, can you sell me the palm tree? As soon as he heard this ayah, he bought the palm tree. And he said, oh Rasulullah, all this garden is in the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's where he used to make his money. That's where he used to make his living. 600 palm trees in the sake of Allah fi sabilillah. All of it. Alone to Allah. The Prophet ﷺ said, this is the loan that you will find with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Jannah. You know when he went to his wife, what he told her? He said, get out of the garden. This is a loan for Allah. It's not ours anymore. Look what the pious servant of Allah, his wife, would say. Unlike some of the sisters nowadays. رَبِحَ الْبَيْعِ يَا أَبَا الدَّحْدَاحِ. This is the prophet. This is the prophet for us, Abu Dahdah. We made the prophet all the way in the sake of Allah. What is she thinking about? She's thinking about tomorrow. She's thinking about Yawm al-Qiyamah. She's thinking about her palace and castle in the Jannah. That's what she's thinking about. She's not thinking about the palm trees in this dunya. She's thinking about the trees of the akhirah. That's the Sadaqa. And the Prophet ﷺ said in another hadith, النظافة شطر الإيمان. Purity is half of the Iman. وسبحان الله والحمد لله تملأان ما بين السماء والأرض. والصدقة برهان. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, fill up between earth and heaven. When you say Subhanallah and Alhamdulillah, every angel will grab it and heard it. They hear it. Members of Allah. وَالصَّدَقَةُ burhan, and the Sadaqah charity is a burhan, is a proof. It's a proof for you in the day of the judgment. And I will mention some ahadith, authentic ahadith, inshallah. All of them talk about Sadaqah and the beauty of charity. And the best type of Sadaqah is to give Sadaqah in the sake of Allah for the house of Allah. For the house of Allah. The ayah keeps going. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and whatever good you will send ahead for your own selves, you will find it with Allah much better. You will find it much better in condition and much greater in reward. You will find it with Allah. What an honor. What an honor to give Sadaqah. And at that day you're standing up between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and He asking you, and you have a Sadaqah as a shade on your head, as the hadith, other hadith describes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give it to you back better, a much better condition. And seek forgiveness from Allah. Indeed, Allah is most forgiving, very merciful. Allah is very forgiving and very merciful. روى الإمام أحمد في المسند. Imam Ahmad narrated in his Muslim. من حديث عقبة بن عامر. قال سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول كل امرئ في ظل صدقته حتى يفصل بين الناس وفي رواية حتى يحكم بين الناس. Every mankind, every person in the day of the judgment is under the shade of his Sadaqa. In that hot day, 50,000 day. And the sun is close to our heads. What is shading you? Your Sadaqa, your charity is on top of your head. What have you given in the sake of Allah? Give in the sake of Allah, just like Abu Bakr used to do. He gave all his wealth in the sake of Allah. Twice. Prophet asked him, what have you left for your family, O Abu Bakr? I left them Allah and His Messenger. I left them Allah and His Messenger. Do you think if Allah is with you, do you think if Allah is by your side, will you be a loser? Astaghfirullah, never. Some of the brothers, they give Sadaqa and their hands not coming back. They don't want to give it in the sake of Allah. And it's the house of Allah. Brothers, understand something. This masjid is not just for the Shura brothers. May Allah bless them. May Allah give them more. They are doing the best they can. Make dua for the brothers. This is our masjid. Every one of us should give the best he can. Not the least. Not $1. What dollar? That is not enough. Give $100 in the sake of Allah. Allah will multiply it for you 700 million times of hasanat. You will stand up in the scale on the day of the judgment. You will stand up on a scale and Allah will measure your hasanat. And you have that sadaqah that you are going to give today in the sake of Allah. We don't like to beg. Muslims don't beg. Begging is haram. Asking people for money is haram. We feel ashamed of ourselves to ask brothers on the minbar, please give in the sake of Allah. And the Christians in their churches, they have like a bill that they send every month to their church. At least $100. At least. And us Muslims, we go and spend the money for nonsense, clothes or restaurants or food or anything else, and we forget about the house of Allah. Now, the brothers in the shura will take care of it. What the brothers of the shura will take care of it? Brothers of the shura, they don't make a living too? They don't have families? Every one of us have to give in the sake of Allah. The best you can today, inshallah. Every one of us will give at least $100. Allah will multiply it for you. Allah will give you more. Think about the investment between you and your Lord. Don't think about me and him and him. Between you and your Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Give a loan to Allah. Shame on you if you don't give a loan to Allah today. Shame on you. Wallahi, I swear, shame on you if you don't give a loan in this month of Ramadan, the month of the barakat, the month of the blessing. Don't you want your sadaqah to be a shade on you on the day of the judgment? Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he used to give the best he can, and the best he has. And he is the best example. Umar radiallahu anhu, he used to take care of an elderly lady every single day, without knowing that he is the one who takes care of her. He brings the food to her step doors every day. That's how the Sahaba were. Uthman, in Ghayth al-Usra, in that battle, Uthman donated 100 camels in the sake of Allah. You can call it 100 BMWs nowadays now. That's what it is, one camel back there. Expensive. And 800 horses in the sake of Allah. Those are the guys and the brothers, companions of Prophet ﷺ. They're the ones who know what is the akhirah mean. What is the hereafter means. We don't understand that. We don't understand the meaning of akhirah. Eternity. Jannah forever. Or hellfire forever. Seek refuge to Allah from hellfire. المسند الإمام أحمد حديث جابر قال عليه الصلاة والسلام يا كعب بن عجرة أعاذك الله من إمارة السفهاء. قال يا رسول الله وما إمارة السفهاء؟ قال قوم لا يهتدون بهدي ولا يستنون بسنتي فمن صدقهم على كذبهم وأعانهم على ظلمهم فليس مني ولست منهم ولا يدون علي الحوض. ومن لم يصدقهم على كذبهم ولم يعينهم على ظلمهم فإنهم مني وأنا منهم وسيردون علي الحوض. يا كعب بن عجرة الصوم جنة والصدقة تطفئ الخطيئة والصلاة برهان وفي رواية قربان. يا كعب بن عجرة إنه لا يدخل الجنة لحم أكل من سحت فالنار أولى به. الناس غاديان، الناس غاديان، فمعتق نفسه فموبقها أو فمعتق نفسه فمعتقها أو موبقها، فبائع النفس فمعتقها أو موبقها. In this hadith, inshallah, please pay attention. I will translate it in the second khutbah. It's the most beautiful hadith you will hear, inshallah. أستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. This hadith, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam talked to Ka'b ibn Ajra, and he said, أعاذك الله بالإمارة السفهاء. Seek refuge to Allah from Ibn Ajra, from the leadership of the Sufaha, of the foolish. And he said, oh Ka'b, oh Rasulullah, what is the leadership of the foolish? And he said, Umara, Muslim leaders will come after me. لا يهتدون بهدي. Do not follow my guidance. Do not follow my sunnah. Obviously they exist nowadays. They don't follow my guidance. They don't follow my sunnah. فمن صدقهم على كذبهم. Whoever follow their lies. Whoever follow their lies. ومن أعانهم على ظلمهم. And whomever follow their oppression and wrongdoing and lies, whoever is with them, he is not going to drink from my house in the day of the judgment. He is not going to drink from the lake of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described when he says, Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar. We gave you the kawthar. And the Prophet described it and he said, it's whiter than milk and sweeter than honey. Wouldn't you want to drink from that? From the hands of your messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But those oppressor leaders want. Who will follow their lies, who will follow their wrongdoing. وَمَنْ لَمْ يُصَدِّقْهُمْ عَلَى كَذِبِهِمْ. And whoever does not follow their lies, and whoever does not follow their wrongdoing and oppression, فَهُوَ مِنِّي, he is among me. And I'm among him and I'm with him. And he will drink from our howl. And he said, oh Ka'b ibn Ajra, الصيام جنة. Fasting is a protection. Fasting is a protection from many things, not just hellfire. Protection from diseases, from illnesses, protection from the hell, protection from following your desire, and protection from hellfire. الصيام جنة والصدقة تطفئ الخطيئة. And the Sadaqa, charity, it burns off the sins. Wash off the sins. That's what the Sadaqa does for you. Don't you want your sins to be washed out today? And every day of this blessed month, والصدقة تطفئ الخطيئة والصلاة قربان. في رواية برهان and salah. Prayer is qurban. It makes you come near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And burhan, it's a proof. It's a proof for you in the day of judgment, your salah, your sadaqah, your siyam, the deeds that you are going to do in this month of Ramadan for the sake of Allah. Not for anyone else. You're doing this for the sake of Allah. And be mindful of Allah. That's the ihsan in this month. And that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, الصيام إنه لي وأنا أجزي به. Fasting is for me. Nobody knows who's fasting today. There are some brothers who smoke and they don't know if it's haram and it breaks their fast. Look at ignorance and the weak of Iman. Fear Allah. Can you smoke in the month of Ramadan? Or gamble in the month of Ramadan? Or buy and sell haram in the month of Ramadan? The Prophet ﷺ told Ka'b ibn Ajra that every money that is made from haram, you will not enter the Jannah. And he is eating fire in his stomach. And whoever donates in the sake of Allah, especially the house of Allah, do not donate any money from alcohol, or cigarettes, or gambling tickets. And Allah طيب لا يقبل إلا طيبا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is good, and He doesn't accept only the good. If you want to give something in the sake of Allah, give it good. Halal money. We don't need your haram